You only live once, but if you do it right, once is enough. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Everything you can imagine is real. Live as if you were to die tomorrow. Learn as if you were to live forever. Love the life you live. Live the life you love. Life is like riding a bicycle. To keep your balance, you must keep moving. It's the possibility of having a dream come true that makes life interesting. You have enemies? Good. That means you've stood up for something sometime in your life. To live is the rarest thing in the world. Most people exist. That is all. What is the point of being alive if you don't at least try to do something remarkable? Sometimes you make choices in life, and sometimes choices make you. Choose a job you love, and you will never have to work a day in your life. It is not the years in your life that count, it's the life in your years. It is better to be hated for what you are than to be loved for what you are not. Every minute you spend with someone gives them a part of your life and takes part of theirs. Life is what happens to you while you're busy making other plans. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on. There are only 2 ways to live your life. One is as though nothing is a miracle. The other is as though everything is a miracle. You've gotta dance like there's nobody watching, love like you'll never be hurt, sing like there's nobody listening, and live like it's heaven on earth. Life shrinks or expands in proportion to one's courage. Life is really simple, but we insist on making it complicated. We must be willing to let go of the life we planned so as to have the life that is waiting for us. Where there is love, there is life. I wonder how many people I've looked at all my life and never seen. Life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? The only person you should try to be better than is the person you were yesterday. Sometimes people use thought to not participate in life. Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground. It is said that your life flashes before your eyes just before you die. That is true. It's called life. Every moment is a fresh beginning. Life is far too important a thing ever to talk seriously about. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant. Try to be a rainbow in someone's cloud. It's hard to beat a person who never gives up. Most of us spend too much time on what is urgent and not enough time on what is important. Why fit in when you were born to stand out? Your time is limited, so don't waste it living someone else's life. There is a crack in everything. That's how the light gets in. I am the master of my fate. I am the captain of my soul. Be who you are and say what you feel. because those who mind don't matter, and those who matter don't mind. Take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. Until you are happy with who you are, you will never be happy with what you have. Always laugh when you can. It is cheap medicine. One day your life will flash before your eyes. Make sure it's worth watching. The true meaning of life is to plant trees, under whose shade you do not expect to sit. There are 3 constants in life: change, choice, and principles. Life is a book, and there are 1,000 pages I have not yet read. Life is the sum of your choices. Nothing in life is to be feared, it is only to be understood. Now is the time to understand more, so that we may fear less. Because when you stop and look around, this life is pretty amazing. It is in your moments of decision that your destiny is shaped. How people treat you is their karma. How you react is yours. Make each day your masterpiece. Life is now. Life is not later on. However difficult life may seem, there is always something you can do and succeed at. Our prime purpose in this life is to help others. And if you can't help them, at least don't hurt them. Do the best you can until you know better. Then, when you know better, do better. As soon as you trust yourself, you will know how to live. Acknowledging the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for all abundance. Write it on your heart that every day is the best day in the year. Tough times never last, but tough people do. Do not go where the path may lead. Go instead where there is no path and leave a trail. Some of us think holding on makes us strong, but sometimes it is letting go. All that we see or seem is but a dream within a dream. Embrace the glorious mess that you are. Life is a dance between making it happen and letting it happen. No matter how busy you are, or how busy you think you are, the work will always be there tomorrow, but your friends might not be. I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. You, me, or nobody is gonna hit as hard as life. But it ain't about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. Think of all the beauty still left around you and be happy. Life is a matter of choices, and every choice you make makes you. Wanting to be someone else is a waste of the person you are. I have found that if you love life, life will love you back. The value of our lives is not determined by what we do for ourselves. The value of our lives is determined by what we do for others. Turn your wounds into wisdom. My mission in life is not merely to survive, but to thrive, and to do so with some passion, some compassion, some humor, and some style. Life is now in session. Are you present? Worrying does not empty tomorrow of its sorrow. It empties today of its strength. It's not the events of our lives that shape us, but our beliefs as to what those events mean. Happiness is such an incredible advantage in our life. When the human brain is positive, our intelligence rises. We stop diverting resources to think about anxiety. Life isn't as serious as the mind makes it out to be. My life is perfect even when it's not. How we spend our days is, of course, how we spend our lives. The more you praise and celebrate your life, the more there is in life to celebrate. In the depth of winter, I finally learned that within me there lay an invincible summer. We are what we pretend to be, so we must be careful about what we pretend to be. I believe that my personal mission in life is to grow and contribute, so I am learning and growing every day. The opposite of love is not hate, it's indifference. The opposite of art is not ugliness, it's indifference. The opposite of faith is not heresy, it's indifference. And the opposite of life is not death, it's indifference. Someday you will be old enough to start reading fairy tales again. Life is a mirror and will reflect back to the thinker what he thinks into it. If you love life, don't waste time, for time is what life is made up of. The meaning of life is just to be alive. It is so plain and so obvious and so simple. And yet, everybody rushes around in a great panic as if it were necessary to achieve something beyond themselves. Happiness is not the belief that we don't need to change. It's the realization that we can. All of life is peaks and valleys. Don't let the peaks get too high and the valleys too low. Be not afraid of life. Believe that life is worth living, and your belief will help create the fact. Life is the dancer, and you are the dance. If life were predictable, it would cease to be life and be without flavor. Those who dream by day are cognizant of many things which escape those who dream only by night. For fast-acting relief, try slowing down. And I urge you to please notice when you are happy and exclaim or murmur or think at some point, if this isn't nice, I don't know what is. Life is wasted on the living. Our lives may be no more than dewdrops on a summer morning, but surely it is better that we sparkle while we are here. Our life is what our thoughts make it. Life begins at the end of your comfort zone. You cannot have a positive life and a negative mind. Assume life will be really tough, and then ask if you can handle it. If the answer is yes, you've won. Is it better to have had a good thing and lost it, or never to have had it? Spend each day getting a little wiser than you were when you woke up. Discharge your duties faithfully and well, Step by step you get ahead, but not necessarily in fast spurts. But you build discipline by preparing for fast spurt. Slug it out 1 inch at a time, day by day. At the end of the day, if you live long enough, most people get what they deserve. Never blame anyone in your life. Good people give you happiness. Bad people give you experience. Worst people give you a lesson. And best people give you memories. Beware of over-concern for money, or position, or glory. Someday you will meet a man who cares for none of these things. Then you will know how poor you are.